Hey dear learner, if you're here because you've got some issues with your friend the dark L sound, then you've come to the right place. I'm here to give you a hand with it so that the two of you can be friends again. So here's what you're going to find in my video. First off, we're going to look at 3 pairs of confusing verbs in terms of their spelling, pronunciation, and meaning, of course. And afterwards, take a couple more for us not just to improve our vocabulary, but also to clear our doubts once and for all when it comes to our tricky little friend. Is that okay with you? If yes, let's get going. But before getting right into it, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below so you never miss any of my videos, but do it with notifications, please. So you ready? Let's get started. I'll start with the 3 pairs of words for us to look at in terms of the dark L sound. Similar in pronunciation, but so different in spelling and meaning. So let's go. The first one is metal. Metal. Also mind how I pronounce, how I round my lips to nail the sound, the dark L sound. Nail, see, it also contains the dark L sound at the end so that you get the most of it. So metal is with a D in the middle, is that round piece of metal with a T this time, which is given in contests and competitions as a recognition of your results. So metal can be the silver, the gold, or the iron. But as a verb with this spelling up here, it means to interfere in something that is none of your business, not your concern. So an example, a good example here would be, my neighbor's always meddling in other people's affairs. Hope you don't meddle in other people's affairs. I don't either. Hope not. I'm not that nosy kind of person. Good. So, hopefully you've gotten to repeat the words after me, but let's do it again just to be sure. Metal. Metal. Good job. Number 2, paddle. Paddle. Mind the pronunciation and make sure you nail it yourself. So, for once, it means, the pedal that a bike or a car has and that you push in order for the bike to keep moving, with a D, so that's a noun. And as a verb, to pedal means to just sell goods, carrying them from place to place. So an example here would be, on my summer vacations, as a kid growing up, I would see people peddling t-shirts and caps and then go to my grandparents, ask for them. Because I thought they were nice and there were no stores and at that time, and therefore it would be pretty often the sight of seeing people peddling this kind of trifles like small goods, t-shirts, caps, this kind of things. Next is kettle. Kettle. Mind how you pronounce it again and hope you're doing a good job. Kettle, first off, with this spelling right here, means the multitude of cows, bulls, and oxen. So whenever I go to the countryside and I drive through the countryside, I would see cattle grazing in the fields, which is such a nice, such a lovely sight to see. And the other spelling of the word kettle would be the container for boiling tea or water. Do you use a kettle for your tea? So here you have it. You've made it to the second part of my video where we're going to take a couple more verbs with the dark L sound for us not only to get to improve our vocabulary, but also to further practice the dark L sound, our tricky little friend that we're finally going to befriend. That's a deal. Of course, again, the dark L sound in deal. That's a deal. Let's say it together. Good. The first one is to dabble. Dabble. It means to take part in an activity in a not very serious way. So in a kind of superficial way, I'd say. And the example here would be, he'd been dabbling into playing cards lately, even if he didn't like it, but just to please his little kids. So it wasn't such a serious thing he would love to do. Next is to scramble. Scramble. Mind how you say it and keep imitating me. Good job. By the way, you're doing great. To scramble means to move or climb something with difficulty, sometimes even by using your hands. He rose up to his feet and scrambled to the phone. He scrambled to the phone. So he managed to reach the phone with difficulty. The next verb is to rattle. Rattle. Oh, how I love this verb because it sounds so, I don't know, there's a nice sound to it. And it means, it's about sounds. It's a sequence of quickly repeated sharp sounds that you can sometimes and most often hear it in the kitchen. This is the sound, I oftentimes associate this verse with the sound of the dishes. So whenever I come back home, I hear dishes rattling in my kitchen because it's my kids having finished their lunch and rattling the dishes. So now it's your turn. Say the word yourself, rattle. Rattle. Good job. And the last one we're going to take and look at is puzzle. Puzzle. It's not just the verb, but also the noun, the name of the game. And as a verb, we could say, as little as they were, they managed to puzzle him with their question. There you have it. You've made it to the end of the video, for which I thank you so much, and eventually befriended our tricky little friend, the dark L sound. But be sure to continue this work in a sustained manner outside of my channel as well. If you found today's lesson useful, be sure to give me a like and subscribe to my channel right now with notifications so you never miss a lesson. And I'll see you again in my next video. Thanks so much. Bye for now.